Welcome everyone in HueFin News. Today is January the 29th, 2018, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we're giving you the news according to the charts. We are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather we are trying to give you all the understanding and the ability to see for yourself that you are able to understand the financial markets with just by looking at the price bars and the volume. Nothing else is needed. We're here to eliminate all that confusion that so many other people place on their charts to try to get you confused into placing a trade, into getting out of a trade, and all of that nonsense. All of that is irrelevant when it comes to where is price going to go. That's all everyone is all worried about, is just where is price likely to go. Is it going to go higher or is it going to go lower? Those are the only two places really that cryptocurrencies can move. It could go higher and it go lower, or it could trade sideways. Those three areas, that's it. Okay. So now I know I told you guys that we were expecting the market to move higher, and on the snapshot that we're giving you on our video yesterday, we saw nothing but precursors of strength bars, right? But at the end of my video, I told you all to be careful that we are noticing that the market was trading around areas of resistance, and that we will need to see more precursors of strength bars around that area of resistance in order for these prices to continue to go higher. And if we do not get precursors of strength bars, then we know that the market was going to move lower. So if you guys watched the ending of our video, you all would have been aware of the fact of why the market for today moved lower. Okay, even though we saw nothing but precursors of strength bars on the chart yesterday, the market changed. I told you all yesterday in the video, it could be 1 to 2 to 3 hours to where the market can flip and move lower, and that's exactly what occurred because we understand this language. Okay, so just pay attention to the things that we mention here on this channel, because it's meant to show you guys the way to understand what is actually being said on these charts. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get into what we have on this website. The market cap is still hovering around $550 billion, 566.2. Bitcoin is still around 34%. So nothing's pretty much changed over the last couple of trading days, which we already knew. Long term, we said that the market is within a trading range, and we could go on for weeks to months to where the market is just bouncing in between a trading range, between the support, between the resistance. And that is exactly what is continuing to happen in the cryptocurrency space. And that is a great opportunity for those who understand the market to come in and buy up some of these cryptocurrencies while they are cheap. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin, you see that they're almost down 5%. Ethereum as well is almost down 6%. Ripple is down 6%. Bitcoin Cash is down 5.85. Cardano is down 6.90. Neo is up though, up 8.07%. Stellar is down 7.05. Litecoin is down 6.83. EOS is down 6.64. NAM is down almost 10. IOTA is eking out some gains today, up 0.38. Dash and Monero are both down 6% and 5% respectively. Okay, so we got a mixed bag, a small mixed bag going on, but overall definitely the majority of cryptocurrencies are moving lower on today's trading. Now this is Bitcoin against the USD on the Bitfinex website. You guys can definitely tell that the market is down 5.13%. Last trade was $11,239. So we're looking at the daily price chart for Bitcoin. You guys can definitely tell that the market is still consolidated between $10,000 and $12,000. And I told you all yesterday that the market was getting hit with some stockpile on today's daily bar, and we still have the continuation of stockpile coming in the market for Bitcoin. Now that support area though is at 11,000. Okay, because we have a lot of open and closed bars around that $11,000 area. Quick look, 3 hour bars. You guys can definitely tell that the market got hit with a lot of stockpile around that 11,600, 11,800, and I told you all that the market participants will have to overcome this price area, because every time the market came up towards 11,800 and 12,000, we got these very long and wide price bars. Okay, and if the market was going to move higher than that, I said we would need to have volume and a push to go up bar in order to break through that area, and as you guys can tell, that did not occur. So overall, we're still looking at sideways trading action for Bitcoin. Nothing new has changed in the market for Bitcoin. $12,000 all the way back down to $10,000 is that support area for Bitcoin. Now definitely this 3-hour bar is going to be imperative to closing above this previous close on the 3-hour bars. If it does, the market for Bitcoin will be moving higher. It might just come up to 11,400, but then get hit with more stockpile and move lower than that. But definitely I can tell that the buyers are trying to suppress price from moving any lower. Quick look at the 1-hour bar for Bitcoin. Definitely the market is coming in with some buyers on this current 1-hour bar. If the bar does close towards the high of the current of the bar, then expect Bitcoin to continue to move higher in price. But definitely we're still getting selling coming in the market, so weakness is still apparent in Bitcoin at this time. Okay, so I'm gonna look on the 30 minutes bars real quick. So definitely you can see where that resistance is coming in at 11,300. Stockpile is definitely coming in the market at that price. But if the market can consume all of the stockpile that is coming in on this current 30-minute bar, then expect Bitcoin to move higher. But if not, the next 30-minute bar can definitely move lower from there. But we're not necessarily seeing any indications that the market is definitely giving us any precursors of strength at the moment. So at best, we're just going to stand on the sidelines for Bitcoin until we get another direction on where the market is trying to go. The market is just simply trading sideways, and I told you all to expect that in a couple of videos ago. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to Ethereum. So Ethereum is also down 5.18%. Last trade was $1,175.80. So we had a very strong push to go bar yesterday, but I told you all yesterday that we still were receiving stockpile on the bar, and you guys can still tell that the market is still giving us precursors of weakness. A push to go down bar for Ethereum. Quick look on the 3-hour bars. So again, we are getting weakness in Ethereum at this time, but definitely we can tell that buyers are trying to step in. 1160 is trying to hold as support. That is going to be important for 1160 to hold as support in order for Ethereum to move higher. If it breaks through 1160, then expect Ethereum to continue to move higher. This current 3-hour bar is giving us a precursors of strength bar though. Okay, so at least we're expecting Ethereum to hold 1160 for the short term. It could be the next 30 minutes, next hour, but definitely we're looking for 1160 to hold that support. If it breaks, then like I said, expect it to move lower, but we are getting precursors of strength right now in Ethereum on the 60-minute bar. If that bar closes towards the high of the bar, then expect Ethereum to move higher. But also we are seeing that 1180 is acting as resistance as well too. That's why the current bar is getting hit with some selling as we speak. Okay, but definitely from what we're seeing on the 60-minute and the 3-hour bars for Ethereum, it looked like they're going to be moving higher, and it might just come up to $1,200 in around that area, or it could go higher than that, especially if we get some volume coming in on the charts. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is down 6.36%. Last trade was $1,652.10. So again, just simply trading sideways, just like what we had here in the background for Bitcoin Cash. The market is definitely getting us another push to go down bar. Precursors of weakness, simply letting us know that the market is not ready to break out higher into higher prices. 3-hour bar for Bitcoin Cash. definitely you guys can see that this is a probable precursor of strength. The next 3-hour bar needs to close above it. If it does, then expect Bitcoin Cash to continue to move higher in price. It might just come up to 1680 or in or around $1,700. Okay, the initial price areas that we are looking at for Bitcoin Cash to come in touch, especially if the buyers are stepping in the market. But we need to get confirmation on this current bar. Okay, if we don't get that confirmation, then Bitcoin Cash will be moving lower. Quick look on the 1-hour bar. So again, the market try to come in with the buyers, but definitely we are still seeing stockpile in Bitcoin Cash. The volume is also heavier than what has been the last couple of 1-hour bars, which is indicative of the fact that the market is trying to move lower, but the buyers are definitely trying to keep price higher above that 1625 area. Okay, so keep that in mind for Bitcoin Cash. 1625 is trying to hold that support. So that is your key area that you need to pay attention to, that if Bitcoin breaks, then definitely it's going to be moving lower, and we need to be cognizant of that fact because this last hour bar did get some stockpile in it. So if the buyers are not in the market, then expect Bitcoin Cash to continue to move lower, but definitely it looks like the buyers are in control at the moment. Quick look at the 30-minute bar. Definitely we're noticing that the market is still getting hit with a lot of selling, but the buyers are trying to buy it up momentarily, and it might just make a small move higher back up to 1660 in or around that area, or it can come all the way back up to 1680. But definitely we have a huge downtrend forming right now in Bitcoin Cash, so the market may still get hit with some stockpile to break out and move lower to that past that 1625 area. So be careful. So now let's go ahead and go to Ripple. So Ripple is down 7.34%. Last trade was $1.26. So again, I told you all that $1.30 was support for Ripple. The market was able to break through it yesterday, but then today the market closed below $1.30. So it tells us that the market for Ripple as well is not ready for higher prices. 3-hour bar for Ripple. You guys can definitely tell where the stockpile came in on the bar. Market tried to hold support on this particular 3-hour bar at above $1.30. You guys can see the results that the market did not honor $1.30, and then it tried to come back up and bounce towards $1.30 again, and is not honoring $1.30 as support, but rather is now being as resistance. Now, with that being said, this last 3-hour bar has some buying in it, but we need the confirmation on this next 3-hour bar that is forming. If we do not get this bar to close above this previous close, then Ripple is still in a weakness mode. Okay, so we will still expect them to move lower. If it does move higher, expect them to come up to about $1.30, to where all the other resistance was coming in at, and maybe bounce there and move lower. Or the next situation that can happen is we could get a push to go bar to break through that $1.30, to where Ripple would be able to move to higher prices. And if that's going to be the case, definitely might come up to $1.32 or even higher than that. But definitely we're not getting precursors of strength in Ripple at this time, so that analysis will be for them to continue to trade sideways to lower. So now let's go ahead and go to Litecoin. So Litecoin as well is down 7.89%. Last trade was $180.39. Daily price bar for Litecoin. You guys can definitely tell that the market was able to come up towards that $200 area, but as soon as trading started on today's bar, the market came and giving us the precursors of weakness, push to go down bar, which simply lets us know that that $200 area is still being honored as the area of resistance, and that we will need to see more precursors of strength around that $200 area. Okay, and as you guys can tell, as the market try to come up to $200, the market giving us a precursors of weakness bar, came all the way down, and now we are still receiving stockpile in Litecoin, as Litecoin is trading around $184 to $178. If this current 3-hour bar closes below this previous close, then Litecoin will continue to move lower, because we are seeing the volume is higher, and as well as either means that buyers came in to push price higher, or a lot of stockpile came in to push price lower. So whatever this 3-hour bar concludes to be lets us know which of the market participants are in control, the sellers or the buyers. So pay attention to that, because currently what we're seeing on the 3-hour bar is definitely telling us that the sellers are in control, but as I stated, the bar is not completed yet. So looking at the 1-hour bar for Litecoin, you guys can definitely tell how the market came all the way down to 178 on the 1-hour bar, came all the way back up to 182, but stockpile is still coming in the market, and we're not necessarily seeing any precursors of strength or changes of tone in Litecoin at this time. $180 is being the support area, so Litecoin breaks that again, then expect them to continue to move lower, and then $178 will be the next area for Litecoin to come and find support. But definitely this 1-hour bar closes below the previous close. We're still in a precursors of weakness stage, and the market for Litecoin will continue to move lower, and $182 is the true area of resistance that Litecoin will have to break through, and then the next area of resistance will be 184. So it's not that much trading action that can occur in Litecoin prior to we see some stockpile or precursors of weakness to appear. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to Dash. So Dash is also down 6.83%. Last trade was $764.87. Daily price bar for Dash, you guys can tell that we are still getting precursors of weakness in Dash as well. So the market is not giving us all the strength that we originally anticipated on our video yesterday, all due because of that resistance area that these cryptocurrencies were being traded at. So the 3-hour bar for Dash, you definitely can tell where that resistance area came in. It was at $820, just like it was here in this previous 3-hour bars back in the background. So this is exactly what occurred again. So this should not have come as no surprise for you all. That's why I mentioned it in our video of what is actually could occur in the market. Okay, so ever since then the market has just simply moved lower, back into the trading range of $800 all the way down to $740 or even $720. So now this previous 3-hour bar, you guys can tell that we got a lot of volume that came in the market on Dash, and then the conclusion of that is still telling us that the buyers were still in the market, but definitely $770 and around $780, the market is losing interest in higher prices. So we're still trading within a range in Dash, and as well the market is still moving lower, and we're not seeing a lot of precursors of strength that is preparing us to say that the market is ready to move higher. I'm gonna make a look at the 1-hour bar. So even on the 1-hour bar, you guys can definitely tell that the market is not giving us any precursors of weakness. At best, we're looking for Dash to trade sideways. Okay, and that sideways trading action can definitely be between 780 or 790 as a high, all the way back down to 750, even all the way down to $730. But definitely our analysis for Dash would be for them to trade sideways. So now let's go ahead and go to Neo. So Neo was up 9.16%. Last trade was $166.90. So you guys can see that Neo is still giving us precursors of strength. The market has given us a push to go bar, and we definitely have volume that is backing today's move, which is telling us that the buyers are in control in NEO at the moment, which tells us as well that since all the other cryptocurrencies are moving lower on today and NEO is moving higher, then NEO is one of the strongest cryptocurrencies that we have in the market today. So looking at the 3-hour bar in NEO, you guys can definitely tell we received a lot of volume on this particular bar. So that could even mean that the market is getting hit with some stockpile, or the buyers are definitely in market to consume all of the selling that came in. So now we're looking at a resistance area back here in the background around $170. So NEO would definitely have to give us a precursors of strength bar in order to break through $170. Now currently I can tell you that the market is still giving us precursors of strength, even though we are getting some weakness and some stockpile on the bar. But given the fact that we received a lot of volume on this particular bar and on the second one, and the market still is moving higher, it's telling us that the market is wanting to keep price higher. But we have the background that we need to pay attention to. The market can definitely move lower from this background point, which is around $167. Okay, so keep that in mind as the market is trading there now. So next, let's go to Monero. So Monero is down 6.24%. Last trade was $313.40. So as I zoom in, you guys can definitely tell on the daily price chart for Monero, we got a push to go down bar, precursors of weakness, but the volume is also light in Monero. 3-hour bar. Let's see what we have. So even on the 3-hour bar, you guys can see that we're not getting any precursors of strength at this time. And if this current 3-hour bar closes below this previous close, then Monero will continue to move lower. And it can come all the way back down to $300 or even lower than that, given the amount of 3-hour bars that we have that are moving lower. We don't have any precursors of strength right now revealing itself in Monero, so we're expecting them to continue its move lower, and that first area is going to be possibly $312. Hopefully that could be support, but definitely we can see 308 or even lower than that as Monero continues to move lower. So now let's go to the last one, which is Cardano. You guys can see on a daily price chart for Cardano as well, we are getting a push to go down bar, precursors of weakness. So the market is still not giving us any interest in higher prices, even though we were able to close above the close from the previous day on the 27th of January. We got stockpiled on the bar on yesterday. So that's why the market for Cardano is moving lower. 3-hour bars. Again, we're not getting any precursors of weakness in Cardano as well. So we're still expecting them to move lower. It might come all the way down to 50 cents, but definitely given the amount and how the overall cryptocurrency space is still moving lower, it might come lower than that to around 55 cents or even 50 cents until it finds support. Okay. So that's all we have for today. Today is January 29, 2018. And just to recap, I want to let you all know that we still are seeing precursors of weakness bars on these cryptocurrencies. So you got to be careful. NEO is trading around the area of resistance. Even though we are still seeing precursors of strength bars, we need to get the confirmation of more precursors of strength bars in order for them to break through that resistance. If we get that, then expect them to continue to move higher. Okay. But all the other altcoins, you guys can definitely saw on our analysis for today that the market is still giving us precursors of weakness. So just continue to stand by until we find an area of support to where the market can bounce and move higher. Okay. So that's all we have for today. Appreciate you all watching and continue to support this channel. Continue to like, subscribe, and as well comment if you guys got any comments, and we'll respond to you as soon as possible. That's all we have for today. Everyone, stay profitable, and I will talk to you all later.